Many people describe spiritual awakening as a feeling of intense clarity and connection, almost like seeing the world through a new lens where you can see life through a new perspective. But have you ever wondered what it really feels like to be spiritually awakened? Many people talk about spiritual awakening, but how do you know if you're really experiencing it or just going through a phase? It can be confusing, and the signs aren't always obvious. Spiritual awakening is a profound experience that many people seek, but few truly understand. It's often touted as this mystical, life-changing event, but what does it really feel like? Well, that's what we're going to explore today. One of the biggest misconceptions about spiritual awakening is that it's some kind of constant high. But that's just not the case. The reality is that spiritual awakening can be messy, confusing, and sometimes downright painful. Many people have these romanticized ideas of what it means to be spiritually awakened. But the truth is, it's a journey, not a destination. Another challenge people face is thinking that spiritual awakening means they'll have all the answers, that they'll suddenly have this deep understanding of the universe and their place in it. But the truth is, spiritual awakening often raises more questions than answers. It's like peeling back the layers of an onion, only to find more layers underneath. It can be frustrating, it can be confusing, but it's also incredibly liberating. Many people also tend to think that spiritual awakening is a one-time event, that they'll have this moment of clarity and then they're done. But the reality is, spiritual awakening is a process. It's a series of moments, experiences, and realizations that continue to unfold over time. And it's not always easy. So, how do they even know if they're spiritually awakened? Well, that's a great question. For many people, it started with a sense of restlessness, a feeling that there was something more to life, but they didn't know what it was. It was like this itch they couldn't scratch. And then, slowly but surely, things started to shift. They began to see the world in a different light. They started to question things they had always taken for granted. And they began to feel this sense of connection to something greater than themselves. One of the most profound experiences many people have had since being spiritually awakened is the sense of unity. They used to feel so separate from others, like they were these individual entities floating through life. But now, they feel this deep connection to everyone and everything. It's hard to explain, but it's like they can see the threads that weave us all together. And it's pretty amazing. Of course, with the highs come the lows. There are still days when they feel lost, when they feel like they're backtracking, when they feel like they're not doing it right. But the difference is, they know that those feelings are just a part of the journey. They know that they're an opportunity for growth, for learning, and for expansion. One of the most significant insights many people have had since being spiritually awakened is the realization that it's not about achieving some kind of enlightenment. It's not about becoming these perfect, polished versions of themselves. It's about embracing the imperfections, embracing the messiness, and embracing the unknown. It's about surrendering to the fact that they don't have all the answers. And that's okay. In that moment, they realized that being spiritually awakened isn't about being above the world. It's about being fully present in it. It's about embracing the beauty and the ugliness, the light and the dark. It's about seeing the world with fresh eyes and experiencing life in a way that's authentic and true. So what does being spiritually awakened feel like? It feels like freedom. It feels like expansion. It feels like a connection. And it feels like home. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. If you've had your own spiritual awakening experience, many people would love to hear about it in the comments below. And if you're new here, consider subscribing for more content like this.